Hello everyone, MeanSpeed here with something I honestly didn't think I'd have to talk about, but it happened, so here we are. Now, before I begin, I realise I'm a bit late to cover this stuff. Basically, that's because at first I didn't really know how to go about wording this video since this is such a big deal, but now that I've had time to think about this, I'm hoping the video will be alright. Okay, so if you didn't know, the Revive Heroes site went down a couple of days ago, and the Revive Network Discord went offline yesterday as well. And it was said that EA apparently contacted the Revive team, and they had to stop their services basically as a result of this discussion. So first of all, I'm going to read the official statement from Revive on this. Hello everyone, we will get right to the point. Electronic Arts legal team has contacted us and nicely asked us to stop distributing and using their intellectual property. As die-hard fans of the franchise, we will respect these stipulations. Over the past 3.5 years, Revive Network has filled a void in nearly 1 million players' hearts by bringing favourite titles back to life after online services were closed after the GameSpy shutdown. Only a few months ago, we took on the task of bringing multiplayer services online for a fan favourite, Battlefield Heroes. The public reception for our efforts on this title were massive, and we never expected it to become as big as it was. At this time, file downloads will be disabled. This is probably the part where we have to say goodbye. Before we leave the battlefield, we'd like to thank all of the developers, artists, moderators, and last but not least, every single player that helped make all of this a reality. Without you, it would not have become such a great time. Signing off, the Revive Network team. So, as a result of this, Revive Heroes is now gone and won't be coming back. Now, I'm going to read the letter that EA sent them regarding a cease and desist as well. Dear, and this part was actually edited out, so I'm guessing it was someone's real name or something personal, but let's just assume it starts with Dear Revive Network. I write on behalf of Electronic Arts Incorporated and its development studio DICE, or in other words, those guys that make Battlefield. We've noticed that Revive Network has several projects and websites devoted to being a medic by reviving older Battlefield games, including Battlefield Heroes, Battlefield 2, and Battlefield 2142. It's great to see your enthusiasm for these titles. Not to brag, but we too get the nostalgia chills when booting up these classic entries in the Battlefield franchise. We need a favour though. We must ask that you stop throwing down ammo crates. In other, more legal styled terms, please stop distributing copies of our game clients and using our trademarks, logos and artwork on your sites. Thing is, your websites may easily mislead visitors to believe that you are associated or affiliated with EA. We're the only ones that get to wear the official EA dog tag. Since you're Battlefield community members, we know that you are smart and helpful and will respect that we must protect our intellectual property rights in the franchise. Please drop us a line to let us know you're on board with this. Should you have any questions regarding all of this, please do not hesitate to contact me via email and the emails were edited out as well, but it ends with @ea.com. Thanks, and then another name was edited out here. IP Council, Electronic Arts Incorporated. So I don't know about you guys, but when I first read this and went over it, it seemed very unprofessional to me. Maybe they were being friendly and polite, but it seemed just very shady and informal of a response, like the writing level of scam emails or something like that. I mean, I'd honestly expect something worded more professionally and legitimately from a multi-billion-dollar company in regards to such a serious matter that affects them. Now, if this is really what someone from that department and specialty said, then let's take a closer look at it, shall we? So, the request was for Revive to stop providing download links for those free titles, also known as distributing copies, and to stop using EA trademarks, logos, artwork and images on their websites. Nowhere here does it state that they need to shut down their entire project or take games down like Battlefield Heroes. Surely the workaround would be to remove the download pages and links, which I believe they've already done, and simply redo the artwork and get some new logos on the site to replace the EA related ones, which I'm sure is easily done with the level of talent the Revive team has. Now, I've got some speculation on this and why Revive shut down Battlefield Heroes services entirely. But just know this is exactly that, speculation. I'm merely guessing and trying to work this out, so I'm not out to offend the Revive team. I mean, I've always expressed my gratitude towards them in my videos for their work, and I've donated to them numerous times as well in the past, so I'm not out to attack them or be malicious, but these are just my personal thoughts when looking at this another way and trying to, delve into it a bit further. Alright, so as I just said, the EA notice told them to stop two particular things, but didn't mention stopping the multiplayer services for the games, which is what they did for Battlefield Heroes. The thing is though, the Revive, Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 2142 servers are still up and running as of the day I'm making this video, and it's only the Battlefield Heroes side of things that has been massively impacted as a result of EA knocking on the door. So the question here is, why did Battlefield Heroes get taken down but not the other two games? Well, let's go with this first idea to begin with. Now, as you might know, Revive rely heavily on donations, and it's possible they got a lack of or a massive decline in donations, which gave them an ultimatum to basically stop hosting so many servers for their titles. Now, they even admitted themselves that they got a massive public reception because of Battlefield Heroes alone, so the amount of servers was very high, higher than Battlefield 2142 and maybe as high as Battlefield 2, so as such the cost would be high as well. So it's possible that they were low on funds, and they'd have to shut down servers in bulk or entirely for certain titles because of financial issues such as the Battlefield Heroes ones. So who knows, maybe this notice was like a blessing in disguise for them and gave them an escape route and something to use as an excuse to shut down Battlefield Heroes services specifically. So to me, this whole issue revolves around Battlefield Heroes and not the other two titles. I mean, why else would EA decide to get involved this far down the line after Revive has been around for 3 years and were doing fine all that time? I'm sure EA were aware of Revive and what they were doing with the other two titles, but then Battlefield Heroes comes into play 2 or 3 months ago. They get a massive influx of players, traffic and interest, potential high donations initially, modding gets involved and brought into it with custom maps and content, and then EA decides to come knocking and get involved. So I think it's very likely Battlefield Heroes is the source of this alone. I mean, they even mention Battlefield Heroes the most in their closing statement and provide Battlefield Heroes info like how many heroes were made and stuff like that. Now, obviously this could be wrong, like I said, this is pure speculation, and maybe the Battlefield 2 and Battlefield 2142 servers will be going offline soon, and not straight away like the Battlefield Heroes ones did, but until that happens, I'm really confident in my thoughts here, and they could very well be true. Enough speculation now though, guys, on to the heart of the matter for almost all of you, which is the big question of, can we still play Battlefield Heroes? Well, I'm happy to say, yes we can. Now, well before this situation, I already knew of another group called Open Source Heroes, and I actually mentioned them in an old video as well. They're another group that consists of some of the original members that had this very first idea and goal to bring the game back, dating back to like early June, and I'm going to give some more info on them right now from the Discord. We're setting up the community servers starting today and in the next days. The tutorial with the files needed to have your own server and environment are coming together. So all I ask is please be patient. We aren't a corporation, we are a community of united players with the same intention. Thank you everyone for the interest and support about bringing back the game we love. As we can see, it's not an easy task. Let's look at what Macahost did with Heroes Awaken and what Spencer did with the Revive network. Going open source is one of the only ways to make this possible. Thank you everyone. I hope you have patience and support us. I'll provide the open source Heroes Discord information for all of you in the description, where you can find obviously even more information on them and of course get to downloading and playing the game again. Now, I personally haven't got to play yet because I was focused on making this video and going over it, but I know that right now everyone starts out at level 30, so you can max abilities straight away, and the game has all of the weapons and clothing items just like Revive did. So yeah guys, Battlefield Heroes is once again still going. Another group has closed its services for it, but when one door closes, another one opens, and that's definitely true today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.